All right, so good morning. Welcome to St. Bridget Spiritualist Church for January 5th, 2025. Currently don't have any announcements yet for this year. We're trying to put some things together. Everybody's been in their holiday mode, so we're going to try to get an event together for this month. Likely it's going to be online or virtual, because that just seems to work really good in January, because then we don't have people worried about traveling and the weather, and you can just be in your PJs and you can do an evening with spirit, and it's actually quite a bit of fun. So also I want to remind you at St. Bridget's that we do have a pantry. But we've actually pretty much reverted to gift cards. So should you require any help, please don't hesitate to ask. We have gift cards in $25 denominations for mostly Superstore. Yes, sorry. Yeah, just so that you can get more with that than the other stores. So if you do require some help, please do reach out to one of us, and we will do what we can to help you out. All right. Also, if you are in a position to donate to it, because it is funded through the donations, we do ask for cards in the $25 denominations, Superstore or Walmart, whatever is going to be, easiest for you. So we do appreciate that. And please, again, we all know that it's very difficult. It just gets more difficult as time goes on. So please don't be embarrassed if you or someone requires a bit of help. All right. So today I'm going to be reading from the Philosophy of Silver Birch, and it's from the Silver Birch Series again. Silver Birch is the guide that we refer to at St. Bridget's. And when I was preparing, I was thinking about how everybody has to have New Year's resolutions, or a lot of people, or people have pressure to have a New Year's resolution. Like, do you have what's your New Year's resolution? So everybody's got to have a New Year's resolution. Well, no, you don't. You really don't. And that was kind of one of mine a few years ago. I'm just going to be done with this. I don't need that. I don't need that pressure for myself. If I'm going to do something, if I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to, whatever, I'm going to do it at whatever time of year. I'm not going to haul up with everybody else and, try to hit a gym or whatever, right? So that was one of mine, and I think that was my last one. So I no longer make them. Doesn't even pass. I won't ask anybody what their resolution is, because this is all your own personal journey. And so I was thinking about that, and what I actually came across was from Silver Birch. It's the inescapable natural law, and I think it speaks quite nice. The inescapable natural law. Yes. If you can find a flaw in the natural law, I will give up the whole of my mission. Show me where the natural law may fail to operate. No, it cannot do so. Effect always follows cause as an immutable sequence. You reap what you sow. You cannot have it any other way. And that's Silver Birch. So he goes on in this here. That which you call spiritualism is part of the natural law. The Great Spirit has ordered the universe to be ruled and to be expressed through unchanging laws. These laws control every facet of universal activity. Nowhere in the whole universe, whether it be in those regions known to you or in much larger portion which is beyond human reach, is there an absence of natural law. The divine will is imposed through divine ordinance. Most laws are subject to change and alteration. Most laws are imperfect and do not take cognizance of every circumstance. But the laws of the Great Spirit have provided for every contingency that will ever arise. There is no happening left to chance or accident. All is regulated. All is controlled. All comes within the divine dispensation. You have a physical body, which is a machine. You are a spirit expressing yourself through that physical body. When you worry, you close the sluice gates and the body loses the channels of vitality. You cut yourself off from the source of supply. Until you learn that lesson, the body acts according to the natural law of and action and reaction. Worry inhibits your aura. which is your spiritual atmosphere and disturbs the psychic vibrations. There's a lot of people who worry here, so we're going to make that very pronounced. Until you remove the blocks, the power cannot flow through. To attain self-mastery means a long and orderous discipline, a rigorous training, a constant refusal to allow your fear to dominate you. The Great Spirit, with infinite love and wisdom, devised this law. The law is perfect. The law must operate. If you put the same energy you waste in worry into constructive thought, you would have no health troubles. The divine plan is perfect, and you are part of it. You have to fulfill yourself. Opportunities of self-fulfillment are daily provided to you. I cannot change the natural law. I cannot intervene in the unalterable sequence of cause and effect. I can only warn you when I see danger signs that the physical body is weak and therefore must be cherished. It is a machine and must therefore have attention. If neglected, it must stop, so that with rest and recuperation, it can resume in efficiency. You cannot cheat the natural law. You express yourself through your body. You reach the limit when you step over the boundary, that dividing line when energy is so dissipated that the battery has to be recharged. This is your responsibility because it is your body. Much as I love you, I cannot assume responsibility for your actions, words, and thoughts. You are responsible for everything you think, say, and do. As your body is the means by which you express yourself on earth, you must give it the attention that is essential for it to perform its labors. It is a wondrous, most complex, remarkable organism, far more intricate than anyone can construct on earth. It is a marvel of apparatus, but must have attention. If you live in harmony with natural laws, you do not have illness, disease, or ailments. These are due to disharmony. Break the law and pay the price. Live within the law and reap the benefit. Motive is of paramount consideration, but breaking the law must produce the penalty. It is for the individual, according to his evolution, to decide whether or not he will punish his body in order to satisfy his mind. Earthly life has its place in the divine plan. You should not quit the earth before the spirit is ready for your next stage. Let us pose a hypothetical case of a noble person who is seriously concerned about the welfare of humanity and can make a contribution. Is he justified in damaging his physical body to make a supreme effort to do good in his own field? Only he can decide. It is unfortunate that often these decisions are actuated not by a single consideration. Sometimes there's an element of vanity, the feeling that the individual is indispensable in his field. There are many sets of laws operating, some controlling the physical, some the mental, some the spiritual, some occasionally all are interlocking. It is sad that people do not appreciate the truths of the spirit until they have reduced almost to the last stage of despair, when all seems hopeless. This is because far too many base their existence on a complete negation of reality. They think nothing else matters but the world of matter. Somewhere the soul has to come into its own, to find itself, to become aware of itself, so that the innate divinity can begin to be expressed. All that is part of the divine law of compensation. The greater the suffering, the greater the knowledge that comes as a result. Yay, hey? Yay. The Great Spirit is the greatest accountant in the universe. The books of life are always balanced. The adjustments are always made. So regulated is the divine scheme that spiritually you receive just what you merit. No more, no less. This is decided by the stage you have reached by your own efforts. In the things of spirit, there is always perfect adjustment, with no cheating or pretense. The natural law works perfectly, guided by infinite love and wisdom. Each receives what he or she has earned. I did not make the natural laws. I only know how they work. This is cause and effect. No one can intervene between cause and effect. There are no accidents, no chances. There's only natural law in operation. There is never an abrogation of natural law, neither suspension nor interference. The natural law is constant. It never varies. It cannot be changed. Live in harmony with the natural law and you reap the results. You cannot opt out of the natural law. It is supreme. The Great Spirit is the law in its sublimity, the epitome of law, not to be moved, not to be pleaded with. We are grateful for all that has been vouchsafed to us, for the wisdom that has enabled us to have a clearer understanding of the universe in which we live, for the supreme power that directs it through natural laws, and for the relationship between the power, ourselves, and one another. And then Silver Birch has at the end, there's a thing. We have learned more about the working of natural laws and realize how they make provision for all that is essential to our well-being. That these laws, conceived by wisdom and directed by love, contain us all, make provisions for every need, and are so comprehensive that none can be outside their orbit. All right, so thank you very much for watching today, and we will see you next week.